It's a tradition unlike any other. The Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament, the Sweet 16 awaits today's winners. We are live at Belfield in Faribault, Class C. Next up, Cold Spring Rockies and the top-seeded Watertown Red Devils. Coming up live on Neighborhood Sports Network.
Baseball. It's America's pastime and Minnesota's passion. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Coverage of this great Minnesota tradition is proudly brought to you by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. Xfinity, a better way to watch. Think Bank, meet your money. The Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. And by the Minnesota Twins. Get tickets for Town Ball Night at Target Field on September 10th. Live coverage throughout the Town Ball tourney can be seen right here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. That's NSPN.TV. Welcome to the neighborhood. Now, let's get out to the ballpark.
Lardy. Number 34, Trevor Lardy. The following draftees from the Pearl Lake Lakers, Max Fox, number 9. From the Becker Bandits, number 2 is Matt Moe. From the Clearwater River Cats, number 13 is Ty Carper. And the coach of the Cold Spring Rockies is Tom Ficker. Now here's your starting lineup. Batting first for the Rockies, center fielder number 5, Tyler Geislinger. Batting second for shortstop number 2, Jordan New. Batting third baseman number 1, David Jonas. Batting fourth, first baseman number 21, Austin Duffner. Batting fifth, the second baseman number 19, Alex Geislinger. Batting sixth, the catcher number 14, Calvin Keltoff. Batting seventh, the designated hitter number 7 is Brady Blackner. Batting eighth, the left fielder number 13, Cole Fuchs. Batting ninth, the right fielder number 15 is Brady Lynn. And on the mound for the Cold Spring Rockies, please welcome number 12, Jake Brinker. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cold Spring Rockies. Now let's meet the Watertown Red Devils, beginning with the reserve. Belfield, Joe Brzezinski. Number 1, Philip Rogosinski. Number 3, Jared Dusty. Number 4 is Bill Riley. Number 5 is Andrew Nichols. Number 9, Marshall Pelzer. Number 10, Nick Truckee. Number 12 is Jonah Lewis. Number 13, Anson Gillis. Number 14, Eric Strachey. Number 15, Cole Anderly. Number 22, Jalen Busker. Number 29, Alex Strachey. Number 32, P.J. Hangardner. Number 33, Devin Burns. And the draftees for the Red Devils, number 17 from the Winston Wildcats, Curtis Pribbelsheimer. Also from the Wildcats, number 23 is Matt Roby. And from the Wildcats, number 23, Jake Crane. Now let's meet the starters. Whoops. I'm going to do the coaches. Coaches, Mitch Segner, number 47. Coach Ben Crucky, 44. Coach Albert Rundell, number 21. And Coach 48, Riot McCabe. Now we're starting lineup. Batting first, center fielder number 2 is Matt Cheetah. Batting second, right fielder number 20 is Matt Butler. Batting third baseman 28, Ben Smith. Batting cleanup, first baseman number 24 is Zach Eiten. Batting fifth, designated hitter number 23, Ryan Hangardner. number 11 is Mitch Kelser. Batting seventh, second baseman number 7, Jackson Meyer. Batting eighth, the catcher number 34, Ben Prieston. And batting ninth, the shortstop number 6, Jadrian Pui. And on the mound for the Red Devils, number 8 is Holt Hunziker. Ladies and gentlemen, your Watertown Red Devils. And we already have a national anthem, so let's play baseball.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the neighborhood. Bell Field in Faribault, our home tonight. I am Eric Murphy, pumped to be on the call for this evening's second round action. It's Class C. We've got top-seeded Watertown taking on the Cold Spring Rockies. Let's take a closer look at tonight's matchup, starting out with the Rockies. Back for another state tourney, fresh off of putting up 20 runs in a round one victory over New York Mills. The Rockies looking to catch that offensive wave that we saw them ride to the Final Four 2 years ago, Cold Spring, out of Region 11C. As for the Red Devils, Watertown showing no signs of a hangover from last year's exciting run to the Class C state final. In fact, they look stronger than ever. 20-plus victories. They swept the Region 7C playoffs. Not an easy region by any means. Earning a first-round bye at the top seed in the tournament. The Devils appearing in a third straight Big Dance. Prior to their recent run, they had not appeared in state since 2008. As mentioned, Watertown made that run to the title game last year, falling to Sobieski in the championship tilt. Shout out to our guy and friend of the program, Pat Cheetah, for the inside info. Once again on his team, they pretty much run it back from last year's run. We'll work you through that lineup, tell you a little bit about every player as we move through it. So starting off for Cold Spring is going to be, leading off will be Tyler Geislinger. Then it's Jordan New, David Jonas, Austin Duffner, Alex Geislinger, Calvin Kaltoff, Brady Blattner, Cole Fuchs, and Brady Lynn. That is your lineup for Cold Spring. Again, they put up 20 runs last week against New York Mills. A very potent offense, and they will face Holt Hunziker of Watertown. This is the third game for us here at Bell Field in Faribault. We started about an hour early, 50 minutes to be exact. That was Stark Longhorns taking out Bemidji, the Bemidji Blue Hawks 7-3, and then our second game went 12 innings. Right before this game here, Dumont, the Saints, moving on with a 7-6 victory over Richmond. The winner of this contest will take on the Webster Sox. The upstart Webster Sox, first state tournament appearance, 2 wins and into the Sweet 16. Hunziker, by the way, is 8-0 on the year with a .83 ERA. Wow. Welcome to the dance. A lot of pitching on display, as you might imagine. And Hunziker's first pitch swung on and missed by Geislinger. So Tyler and Alex, brothers in this lineup. As Tyler flies out to left field, camping under it, and hauling it in is Mitch Kelser for out number 1.
Batting second for Cold Spring, the shortstop, number 2, Jordan New.
Jordan New now comes up to the dish. New year, the shortstop, Cold Spring. Hunziker fires it in. That is ball 1. Catch your hand off the mask of the umpire action. You don't see that every day. Richmond, our game before this, much like the Cold Spring Rockies, draws primarily from Rocori High School. So Rocori High School is playing 2 Class C teams, pretty much full rosters. Cold Spring Springers, Class B Power, a lot of great baseball up in that area. 2-0 count right now on New. And he watches that one come in, 2-1 the count. Cold Spring, not in the tournament last year, but mentioned 2 years ago down in Springfield and Milroy. They made that run to the Final Four, and they put up huge offensive numbers. So I'm sure it was a welcome sight for them and their faithful, and they put up 20 in round 1. And we shall see when they manage Hunziker and the Red Devils. 2-2 pitch, fisted towards short, tracking it down, and hauling it in is Jadrian Keevy. And 2 outs now for the number 3 hitter, David Jonas.
Third baseman, number 1, David Jonas.
Jonas, one of the top base stealers on this squad, if he can get on. Pitch is outside, ball one. Second batter in a row to work the count to 2-0 on Hutzinger. Now 2-1 to count. The count. Hutzinger in 65 1/3 innings pitched, surrendered just 34 hits. Only walked 19 batters. So 3-1 count here. And it's outside. Right on cue, Jonas draws a walk. So as I mentioned, Jonas second on the team, I believe, in stolen bases. Actually number 1 on the team with 13 stolen bases this year. Now it's Austin Duffner, the number 3 hitter. Big swinger there. Goes off the bag. That'll be a fair ball. Ricochets all the way into right. On his horse, son, on his way to third is Jonas. And Cold Spring has got things cooking here. A 2-out rally, perhaps. Runners on first and third now for Alex Geisinger. And if you're looking for a hot bat, he was the player of the game against New York Mills. 3 for 4, 3 runs batted in last week. And their 20-run outburst. Another big lefty here for this Cold Spring squad. They've got the bats in the lineup. Swung on and missed. Big cut there. Mentioned a winner of this game. We'll move on to play Webster. Their tourney for the first time. They outlast Monticello today. 0-1 pitch. That one fisted toward short. Keevy can't get there, and it's 1-0 Cold Spring. Geislinger picking up right where he left off. He's got Watertown in an early hole. Now first and second, still 2 outs. Catcher Calvin Kaltoff stepping to the plate now. Number 5 hitter in this lineup. The hold. It's been so stellar this year. Pat Cheetah, starting in center field, is a pretty good secondary option for Watertown. 1-0 pitch, catches the corner, 1-1. Anson Dulles also having a good year. 5-0, Holt is 8-0, Cheetah's 7-1. Just a great season all around. 1-1 the count, but down here early. It's a really solid Cold Spring squad. Hutzinger gets the swinging miss. 1-2 now on Kaltoff. Hutzinger nibbling that corner, but a little too far outside. 2-2. Look at this Class C bracket. Watertown, the number 1 seed. A loaded bracket top to bottom. 2-2 pitch. No, instead he looks back the runner at second. Teams like the Jordan Brewers still out there. St. Patrick, favorite for a lot of people in the bracket. Now a 3-2 count on Kaltoff. Hutzinger running into some trouble here in the first inning. Brewers also in that Class C bracket had a great season, played up in the Jordan tournament actually. Loretto and Bird Island playing right now as we speak as well over in Dundas. Full count. Pitch is outside, bases are loaded. And now Hunsaker in a heap of trouble here in the first. Cold Spring's already got him for 1 run.
Batting 7 for Cold Spring. The designated hitter number 7 is Brady Leffner.
Second walk in the inning, surrendered by Hunsaker. Mentioned the lack of walks for him this year. As Brady Blattner, designated hitter in the lineup today, swings and misses, 0-1 the count. Pitch is outside. Van Thiessen, nice job getting all over that pitch. So 1-1 count. Swung on right back to Hunsaker, bobbles it a bit, still has time, and he throws it off the runner. Wow. So Hunsaker, with the big air, allows Duffner to score from third. Bases are still loaded. Got exactly what he wanted. Blattner knocked it right back to him, but initially he bobbles the ball and then throws it off the runner. He's lucky that that didn't lead to more if that thing ricochets out. And now we're going to get a trip to the mound. Kind of talk things over here. Well, Cold Spring, number 1 seed in the tournament. Their backs against the wall here early on. That's after Hunsaker got the first 2 batters to fly out, or a fly out in a line drive. Then a walk, back-to-back singles, another walk, and an error. And it's 2-0, Cold Spring. Hunsaker delivers, and it's high, ball 1. Cole Fuchs, the left fielder now at the dish. And pitches outside, 2-0. Hunsaker nibbling a bit here. He's got his way back again. This time to the number 8 hitter, and it's a 3-0 count. Pitch is low and outside. Ball 4, the 3rd walk in the inning. And the 3rd run in for Cold Spring. And now it's a point of concern if you're Watertown. Obviously, probably the best team start to finish in Class C this year, the Red Devils. But you look up, you're down 3-0 already in the first inning. Number 9 hitter Brady Lynn at the dish. And by the way, Brady Lynn went 4 for 5 with 2 runs batted in last week. So no slouch himself. He got the strike called against him on the first pitch. Swings through this one so quickly down 0-2. Hunsaker wants to get out of here. Limit the damage to 3 runs. 0-2 pitch. Down the middle, strike 3. Nine batters come to the dish. 3 runs, 2 hits, and 3 walks in the inning. They touch up the ace, Hunsaker, Cold Spring, with a 3-0 lead heading into the bottom of the first inning.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Leading off the bottom of the first inning for the chance of Region 7.
3-0 Cold Spring jumping all over Watertown, the top seed in the tournament, a 3-0 lead. Pat Cheetah will lead things off here against Jake Brinker, a left-handed pitcher for Cold Spring. Pat playing center field, leading off. Takes ball one. Matt Butler will follow, then Ben Smith, Zach Eiten, Ryan Handgartner, the DH, then Mitch Kelzer, Jackson Meyer, Ben Thiessen, and Jadrian Keevy bringing up the lineup in the 9 spot. Cheetah shows bunt, pulls it back, and a 2-0 count. Cheetah, the leader of this squad. I mentioned a friend of the program. His father carried Bill Cheetah, now the AD over at Hutchinson, former Watertown Mayor head coach. Pat himself coaches varsity ball now for the Royals, Watertown Mayor. Helped coach them to a state tourney berth in 2022 here last year. Assistant basketball coach at Chanhassen. So like his dad, he's a coach. There's a 3-1 count here. Pitch is taken outside. Pat didn't like it. Full count. Cheetah, another stellar year. We mentioned on the mound, he was the MVP of the Crow River League, Crow River Valley League, as he takes ball 4. So Watertown counters right away.
Batting second for the Red Devils, the right fielder, number 20.
He was the MVP and pitcher of the year in the Crow River Valley League back in 2020. Cheetah batting .410 again this year. Hard to top that. 3 home runs, 24 RBI. Now it's Matt Butler, the right fielder, stepping in. Matt, .333 on the year. Slugged .457. Rips that one through the left side. So how about that? Watertown showing some of that DNA. They'll start a rally of their own. Not 2 on and nobody out. So, and Ben Smith, the third baseman, steps in. Ben, .337 on the year. Team leader with 4 jacks. 27 RBI. Slugging at really .580 on the season. Well, he's going to lay down a bunt. How about that from a big slugger? Bittner pounces off the bounce, slides down, can't control it. Bases juice for the Red Devils. I think they're going to give him a hit. Indeed, they will. So Smith says, how about I bunt single it?
Next up for the Red Devils, batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 24, Zach Eiten.
Zach Eiten, the first baseman now, coming to the dish. .379 on the year for Zach. Look, all these guys are going to have pretty solid averages. 9 doubles, 2 jacks, and he's got bases juice against Bettner here with nobody out. Inside pitch. Skips off the dirt, ball 1. Bednar, by the way, or Brinker, Jake Brinker, threw 5 innings last week against New York Mills. Allowed 4 runs on 8 hits. Trying to get out of a jam here, but that one's whipped right up the middle. 1 run is in. Butler will hold at third. So bases will stay loaded as Aiton with the RBI single. Cheetah scores, and Watertown's on the board. How about that for a quick answer here from the Red Devils? And now we have a mound visit from the other side.
Folks, just a reminder, no smoking and no vaping inside the fence of Belfield.
Well, Ryan Hanniger, the DH is now your batter. 326 on the year. 30 RBI from that number 5 spot in the lineup. So Handgartner. You can see what Watertown's all about here. Quickly down 3-0. Their ace teetering a bit in that top of the first inning. And here they are on the scoreboard. Bases still loaded. It's still nobody out. Brinker outside, 1-0.
The batter for the Red Devils, the designated hitter, number 23, is Ryan Hangartner.
And Gardner watches that one come across for strike 1, 1-1. That one to third. It's playable, but bobbled, and everybody's going to be safe. An error on the third baseman, Jonas. And Watertown back within a run now.
96 for the Devils. The left fielder number 11 is Mitch Pelzer.
3-2 the score, still nobody out, bases still loaded, and it's Mitch Kelzer. Mitch, the left fielder. Ricker delivers, good pitch there, strike 1. Kelzer also batting .337. 6 doubles on the year. 16 RBI. Chance to add to that total here. Pitches outside, 1-1 the count. Ooh, catches the inside corner. Good pitch there. The Brinker comes up with a huge pitch. Get it to 1-2. Kelzer hangs. One-two pitch again. Oh, that's a tough take. 2-2 the count. I think we have a pretty good mix now below us. One team is usually taking over the grandstand below us. Pretty good mix here between Cold Spring and Watertown fans. 2-2 the count. Ooh, another good pitch, but high. Count is full. Pitch is low, ball 4, so run is walked in. Everybody moves up a base, and just like that, Watertown has knotted things at 3 apiece. And what's more, there's still nobody out. Hunsaker, we saw in the top of the first inning, got 2 quick outs, so Cold Spring was doing all their damage with 2 outs, a fierce 2-out rally, aided by an error and a couple walks. Here, Watertown, there's nobody out yet. That pitch catches the corner. It's Jackson Meyer, the second baseman. Jackson, a .309 hitter on the year. 7th hitter in this lineup, still nobody out. And it catches the corner again, so quickly down 0-2. Has to reach out, grab that one, lofts it into center field. Catch is made, no tag from third. So Cold Spring can now maybe take a breath here as they've finally got 1 out. Of course, bases are still loaded.
The catcher, number 34, is
Ben Thiessen. The catcher now steps to the plate. Big Ben in the 8th spot, 227 on the year. Did jack 1 home run. Well, he's got some power there. You can't tell by looking at him in your frame. Big spot here, 1 out now. Pitch is inside, 1-0. He swung on and missed, 1-1. Now Brinker seems to have settled in here in the last couple at bats. The off speed working anyway. As Thiessen fouls that one to the right side. Way outside, 2-2, trying to get him to chase. Jadrian Keevy is on deck, barring a double play, and we see Pachitas up there again in the hole. Helmet on, getting fired up. Get back out there and take another cut here in the first inning. 2-2 pitch, line towards short, knocked down. Where's the play? It's at second, and they're going to have a shot for 2. Great scoop at first base. Duffner stuck with that one the whole way, and a humongous double play for Cold Spring, who had surrendered 3 runs, and the bases were still loaded with nobody out, and Brinker wiggles out of that one. But obviously the damage done. 3-3 after 1. Buckle up, folks. Looks like it's going to be a good one here. Our nightcapper at Belfield in Faribault.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Top of the second inning here at Faribault. Top of the order for the Rockies, the center fielder Tyler Geislinger.
So Cold Spring bats around in the first inning. So Tyler Geislinger, who flew out last inning to lead the game off, back up for his second time already against Holt Hunsaker. Watertown sent 8 batters to the plate. Well, as you can see, we were tied at 3. Watertown with 3 hits. Cold Spring with 2. Hunsaker also walked 3 batters as Cheetah trying to get under that one. And he does. Another fly out for Geislinger. Another quick out for Hunsicker. So far the script playing out similar to what we saw last inning. Jordan New now steps up, takes strike one. Jordan also, he lined it to Keevy at short first time up. Cold Spring did all of their damage with 2 outs. Opposite of Watertown, who had tied it at 3, and still there was nobody out, and bases were still loaded. Cold Spring somehow keeping it at a 3-3 game as Hunsicker hits the corner, 3 pitches, caught looking is New. And 2 quick outs here in the second inning for the Watertown ace. Now it's Jonas, and David got things started in the first inning. He walked. That started the 2-out rally, eventually leading to 3 runs. Jonas scored the first run of the contest. Takes ball 1 from Hunsicker. So again, we started the day just about an hour behind. Field conditions not ideal. The grounds crew did a phenomenal job. Get things ready. It'll only be 50 minutes late here. It is a little slick out there. We've seen that come into play, in particular in the infield, around when the pitchers are trying to make plays on bunts and whatnot. As Jonas has worked the count to 3-0, by the way. But it's been breezy, and the sun came out last game. Down the middle, 3-1. We're hoping to not see any rain here. Get our 3rd game in, originally scheduled for 3 games. As that pitch is outside, and how about that? Jonas, 2 at-bats, 2 walks. So
now at the plate for the Rockies, first baseman Austin Duffner.
now it's Duffner's turn to come up and take some hacks again. Duffner with a single his first time up. Austin, the big lefty first baseman. Shockingly similar scripts here in the first 2 innings for Hunsicker. Gets the 2 quick outs. The walk to Jonas, and now having to face Duffner. We'll see if he can rewrite it a little bit here this time around. Cold Spring, by the way, last week, speaking of following script, against New York Mills, also scored 3 runs in the first inning. I believe 3 unearned runs, but 3 runs nonetheless. Oh. Hey, member of the media took one there. We're in the Watertown dugout. Guys just trying to get some shots. Shots in. So 0-2 now. Duffner swings, chops it toward first. And a foul ball. Obviously, Watertown was hoping that would have held the line, as Eiton easily handled it. He was petitioning to have the ump called fair, but to no avail. And again, look at this. Duffner does it again. So here we go. So I'm just going to say it again. 2 outs to start both innings. Then a walk to Jonas, both in the first and the second, and then followed by singles, both in the first and the second inning by Duffner. It's unbelievable. Now it's Alex Geislinger's turn. And Alex had an RBI single. So Geislinger, another chance to do some damage and put his team back in front. Again, there are 2 outs. And Duffner is a good-looking hitter, obviously. The big kid, I know he can swing for the fences, but great bat control there. He's on first again. Geislinger takes ball 1. It's strike one, so that one catches the outside corner. And now that one slashed to left. Here we go again. Jonas is going to have to hold, though, as the throw comes in from left field and trickles all the way to Thiessen. So base is now loaded for the Rockies. So again, the only thing different that we've seen in this inning is the fact that Jonas had to hold at third and couldn't score. Other than that, a carbon copy of what we saw in the first. This is where Hunsaker can maybe try to change it up a little bit as he walked Kaltoff. This is Calvin Kaltoff who walked, and that walk brought in a run. Slap towards short. Keevy has to come up, make a tough play, pads it, throws. What a play over at first base by Eiton. Wow. The throw brought him off, but he stuck with it and made the tag. And a huge out as Hunsaker gets out of the bases loaded jam. It remains a 3-3 game after an inning and a half live Bell Field in Faribault.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Three our scores. We head to the bottom of the second. Let me update the scoreboard for you. I apologize if I fall behind on the scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, we are producing our own game as well as trying to stay in the midst of it. Keep score in our book, all those kind of fun things. It is indeed the bottom of the second inning, 3-3, so both teams putting up a 3 spot in the first. Cold Spring sent 9 batters to the plate in the first inning and then tried to replicate that. Sending 6 batters to the plate, but Old Hunsaker gets out of the jam, the bases loaded jam. And Watertown sent 8 batters to the plate in the first against Jake Brinker. So now Brinker faces the number 9 hitter, Jadrian Keevy. Keevy, the smooth shortstop, batted .254 this year. Brinker catches the corner, 1-1 the count. To the right side, nice play, smothering it and throwing to first, Alex Geislinger. That's just putting your glove down on that one. So 1 up and 1 out. Back to the top of the order, Pat Cheetah. Cheetah, we saw him walk in the first inning. That is not surprising. 25 walks on the year for Cheetah. He is a picky hitter, to say the least. And he takes ball 1 here. Other scores, we mentioned the tough Class C bracket. I didn't even bring up Waconia. They're up 9-4 on Fergus Falls right now in the 5th. 1-0 pitch, Cheetah. That one's trailing to the gap. It's going to get down. Hits the fence. The fielder overruns it a bit. Cheetah may be thinking 3. No, he'll pull in at second. Okay, a 1-out double for Cheetah. Pat doing what he does. Runner in scoring position for Matt Butler. So Waconia up 9-4 in the 5th. Loretto and Bird Island Wow, what a great game. We mentioned that one. It's 1-0. Loretto up in the third inning on that one. Avon and St. Martin in the 10th inning. Another extra inning game here today. 1-1 to score in that one. That one hit to third. They're going to look Cheetah back, Jonas does, and then throws to Duffner at first. So they make quick work of Matt Butler for out number 2. So Ben Smith, who singled his first time up. It was actually a bunt. Ben Smith, a big stick in the lineup, but placed a really nice bunt, and Brinker got to it but had no play. This time swings away. Geisinger again at second, over to Duffner. Quick inning for Brinker. We're going to head to the third, still not at 3 apiece.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Top of the third inning here at Faribault. Designated hitter, Brady Blattner.
Top 3, Brady Blattner comes up. Brady reached on an error back in the first inning, so Holt Hunsicker back out for his third inning of work here. Holt's had to work for it. 3 runs he gave up in the first, got out of a bases loaded jam in the second inning. Now wants to get after these hitters. 1-1 the count. That one's squibbed in a tough play. Easily made over there by Eiten. So Zach busy over there thus far, and he's made it look easy. 1 out with Cole Fuchs, who walked his first time up. So again, it's worth bringing up. 16 walks from Hunsicker, or 19 rather, in 65 innings pitched this season. 3 walks in the first inning, another walk in the second inning. So you never know. These players have been here a long time. Remember, everything's backed up here today. Watertown came, and then that Dumont-Richmond game went 12 innings. A lot of standing around. It's a little different. And just showing up and playing these regular season games, you can get in that groove. But Hunsicker quickly had 0-2 on Fuchs. Holt trying to get him to chase. 1-2. Cold Spring's 7th state tournament appearance. Mentioned that great tradition up there, as that one is outside. 2-2. Along with Class B power, the Springers. Also mentioned earlier, Richmond game before us draws from the same high school, primarily, Ricori. And swung on and caught for strike 3. Beeson able to hold on to get the strikeout. And now it's number 9 hitter Brady Lynn. Hunsicker took care of him quickly back in the first inning. We mentioned Lynn with 4 hits last week against New York Mills. And he is seeing nothing but strikes right now from Hunsicker. Rips that one off the end of the bat. Hunsicker over to Eichen. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Holt. Finally, the Watertown ace is thinking. He breezes through the bottom of the order. And we're going to head to the bottom of the third. Game not at 3-piece.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Watertown Red Devils, first baseman Zach Eichen.
Zach Eichen leads us off. Bottom of the third inning for Watertown. All runs scored in the first inning. Eichen swinging, trying to get it through the left side, and he'll have a hit. A good effort over there by Jordan New. Just to knock that one down, but Eichen is on first base, the 5th hit of the day so far for Watertown. Now Ryan Handgardner, who reached on an error in the first inning. Handgardner, a Bethel grad. Cool fact that Pat Cheetah threw our way that Steve Handgardner, father of Ryan, was just voted Star Tribune's Coach of the Year for the dynasty he created in the Watertown Mayor Gymnastics program. Pretty impressive. Ryan, not a gymnast, by the way. Does have a 3-0 count here on Brinker. Pitch right over the middle. It's a Watertown team, a close-knit bunch. Saw that, I think last year, maybe more than anything, as that team just gelled all the way through that tournament. Taking them all the way to the Class C title game. What a run. They're hoping to recreate that again this year. Now coming in with a target on their back, however. Top seed, first round bye. A really tough Rockies program they've got to take on here in the second round. The winner of this game, as mentioned, gets Webster. I don't think anybody wants any piece of the Webster Sox right now with their pitching. Full count. Swung on, driven to short. This time New knocks it down, out at second and out at first on the relay from Geislinger. Nicely done for Cold Spring. Just like that, 2 outs for Mitch Kelzer, who walked his first time up. Well, needless to say, pitchers in the 3rd inning here are settling in a bit. So Mitch runs a family business, his brother and his father. Kelzer Trucking. Plays amateur ball for the fun of it, like they all do. 1-1 the count on Mitch. By the way, Mitch, a veteran. Watertown, I feel, another one of these teams, I mentioned it earlier with Stark, who we saw earlier, that if you get a team that has a lot of experience, but everyone's still kind of in their prime, can make runs like what we saw the Red Devils do last year. He drops that one into right. He's trying to hit the gap, put on the brakes, and it's a long single for Kelzer. Hoping to start a 2-out rally for the Red Devils. But Kelzer, a 12-year veteran, starting left fielder for 12 years, Mitch has been for the Red Devils. Now it's Jackson Meyer. He flew out his first time out. So Jackson, when he came up in the 1st inning, 3 runs had already been in, and bases were still loaded with nobody out. Wasn't able to get anybody to tag after he flew out as he drills this one high toward left center. Is anybody going to get it? They kind of look each other off, and then the snow cone catch in left field from Cole Fuchs. Wow. Fuchs and Tyler Geislinger kind of looking at each other, and Fuchs ends up taking it in the end. We're through 3. Knotted at 3, Belfield in Faribault.
Join our team while supporting yours. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV, is looking for camera operators and broadcasters for our live game streams. The atmosphere of sporting events can't be beat. Be a part of the action with flexible scheduling and guaranteed game rate pay. If you're a student or adult looking for an opening into the world of sports media, or to just make a little extra cash, send us an email at jobs@nspn.tv. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Still that 1-0 lead over Bird Island as they move to the 4th in that one, and Avon has taken the lead over St. Martin in the 11th inning. Extra inning seems to be the theme here. These teams closely matched. We're knotted up here going into the 4th. Leading things off is Tyler Geislinger. So Cold Spring turns over the lineup for the 3rd time, and we're just in the 4th inning. Tyler has flown out twice against Hunsinger. Cold Spring. It's very similar to uniforms to what we saw earlier. The Bemidji Blue Ox, where they've got those solids. From a distance, you might not actually be able to tell the difference. Bemidji was a very dark blue. I believe dark gray is the color of Cold Spring. Purplish blue numbers. But solid top to bottom, Watertown in their classic reds. Wow, Geislinger, will he fly out for a 3rd time already? He will. Is camping underneath that one is Ben Smith. Jordan New will come up. Jordan flew out in the 1st inning, struck out looking in the 2nd. Trying to bunt his way on here, but tough play, and Eiton Another great play at first. That by no means is going down in the video of fundamentals on how to bunt. It was more of a line drive, and Eiton had to try to let that one come to him, but it ricochets off the base. And Eiton stuck with it. Great hand-eye over there. And at the end of the day, G3, quick out for Hunsaker, who now takes on David Jonas, and they're looking for a check swing, and they get the call down the first base line. So here's the thing, Jonas has walked twice, so here we go again. Mentioned these, the first and second inning playing out, and here we are again with 2 quick outs on the top of the lineup. Now the difference, Jonas, who walked twice, scored back in the first, reached the third back in the second, but he is down 0-2 here. And Hunsaker tries to bend that one back over. He's going right for him, Holt is. But it was a bit high, 1-2 the count. Now 2-2. Jonas. I don't know, who's the pickier hitter up there? Is it Pat Cheetah? Probably. Jonas can't be too far behind, though. These two guys with just incredible eyes. Plate discipline and patience. Look at that, he was down 0-2, now he's battled back, count is full. Swung on and missed, this time Hunsaker wins the battle. With a big K for Holtz. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still knotted at 3, both pitchers in cruise control as we speak.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Such news! It's everything I ever wanted!
Saints next Friday night at Dundas. And in B action, Champlin Park Rogators beat the Morehead Brewers 13-8, and the Blaine Fusion ousted the Dundas Dukes 8-4. Leading off the bottom of the 4th inning for the Devils, the catcher, Ben Thiessen.
Ben Thiessen steps to the plate to lead things off for the Devils in the 4th. Ben grounded into a double play back in the 1st inning, again ending that bases loaded threat. Jake Brinker settling in. In a 1-2-3 inning. Or I should say he only faced 4 batters in the 2nd. Pat Cheetah's double the highlight for a Watertown lineup there. And then gave up a couple singles last inning. Again, stellar defense, got a double play. Thiessen watches that one go. No call. A strike call anyway. So 2-1 is the count. Brinker, like Hunsaker, has surrendered a couple walks. Both of the walks surrendered actually back in the 1st inning. It's now 3-1 the count on Thiessen. And it's ball 4. Big Ben will trot down to first. And that'll bring up Jadrian Keevy. Keevy grounded out, start things off in the 2nd inning. We're going to have a courtesy runner for Thiessen.
Number 12 is Jonah Lewis.
Jonah Lewis is the runner for Thiessen.
Now batting for Watertown, the shortstop, Jadrian Keevy.
So the Crowd below us here for Watertown. The younger crowd, if you can't tell. Watertown shading out to our right from how you're looking at it on screen. They're dug out over on the first base side. As Kiwi looks to bunt, that one skips past for strike one. In our third contest here at Bell Field, and we're scrambling a bit this morning, trying to move things around. Waconia at one point was scheduled to play here tonight, but there is more rain in the forecast for later tonight. I think they figured if we got too far behind, that could become problematic. And it's strike two. Kiwi pulls it back, but it's called strike two. 0-2 now. So they moved 2 games over to Waconia, by the way. They had to bring in another field. Waconia, of course, the host last year. And I don't know 100% for sure, as I've been holed up here in Faribault, but I believe the Lakers may have been one of the teams that moved over there to play in Waconia. And again, last check, 9-5, they lead Fergus Falls in the 5th or the 6th inning. As Kiwi goes down on strikes. And we go back to the top of the lineup. Here's Pat Cheetah, walked in the first, doubled in the second. He scored 1 of 3 runs for Watertown. To give it up to Pat, too, for bringing back the stirrups. Looking good out there. Cheetah shows bunt and then pulls it back. Watertown has mentioned those classic unis. Nothing special, but they look clean. A very deliberate move by Brinker over to first. And Lewis easily waltzes back over, so 1-0 count to Cheetah, 1 out. Bottom 4. Cheetah, again, patience and the eye discipline is unbelievable. So 2-0 the count now. There's a strike. Pat knew it. Watertown out hitting Cold Spring 6-4 right now. Each team with 1 error. Cold Spring taking advantage. A couple extra walks as Cheetah rips that one down the line, and it's a fair ball. On his horse is Lewis. Lewis is going to be held at third. Cheetah stops at second. Wow, Jonah Lewis, good speed out there. But Cheetah feeling it here now. Back-to-back doubles for him. And it's second and third with just 1 out. Watertown trying to get to Brinker here.
Now at the plate for Watertown, right fielder Matt Butler.
Matt Butler stepping in. He singled and scored in the first. Grounded out to third base in the second inning. Butler swinging right away. I think that's going to be a fair ball, drifting into right, and it drops. Lewis now on his horse trying to score. The throw in is cut off, and Lewis slides home safely. Watertown, their first lead of the contest, 4-3. That's Butler just dropping in that single into right. Well, they had to be sure, so Cheetah scoots down to third on the play. So now it's first and third with 1 out. And Ben Smith, big third baseman, comes up. Again, the bunt single in the first. And he also grounded out to third in the second inning. He thought about it. Instead, watches it go by for ball 1. Swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. On the count. 1 out, 2 on. Oh, Smith's going to try to bunt it again. A lot of open space out there. I didn't see Cheetah running too hard down the line. Not sure how designed that was, but it's strike number 2 on Smith, which is most important to Brinker. Now Ben takes a deep breath, steps back in. Smith, by the way, like many players, have matriculated from a different league. Started their career somewhere else. Former North Star MVP, by the way, as he swings and drives it to right. Running on the play was Keevy, or Butler, excuse me. So Butler easily moves up to third. Cheetah in to score to make it 4-2. And an RBI single for Smith. (5-3) now the score. And another mound visit. I mentioned Brinker with the first 5 innings last week. Gave up 8 hits. 4 runs in that game. He's given up 5 runs on 8 hits here as we are in the 4th inning. Give us an opportunity to update some more scores. At Waconia Fergus Falls, every update we get per inning, more runs being added. Waconia now officially trying to fend off Fergus Falls. 9-7 the score in the 7th. And Bird Island's tied things up against Loretto. Bullfrogs and Larks. The better mascot matchups here in the tournament. That's in the 5th inning, tied at 1 apiece. And Avon 2-1 over St. Martin in 11 innings. So the long meeting at the mound is over. Brinker will remain in the game. 1 out. Still runners at first and third. Just to recap this inning. Brent Thiessen drew a walk to start things off. Jonah Lewis was the courtesy runner, came in. Brinker then got Jadron Keevy to strike out, but since then, Pat Cheetah with a double. RBI single by Matt Butler, then Ben Smith with an RBI single. So it's 2 runs in, 5-3 lead for Watertown. And the rally still alive and well. Runners at first and third for Zach Eiton. Zach has played just a great game over there at first base. Well, they've got the runner picked. Now let's see what happens at third. We saw this in our game against Dumont. I think he's trying to stay in the rundown, maybe break for home, and there he goes. They're going to make the play at second. The run scores easily. And Watertown, as we saw Dumont do last game, runs it to perfection. So Butler in with the 6th run for Watertown. And you have to credit Ben Smith. He purposely stayed in there. He had a chance to go back. I think Cold Spring probably would have allowed that to happen. They're like, well, we're just going to watch Butler at third. But Smith refused to go back. And that allowed Butler to break. And by that time, Cold Spring was committed to the play at second. So 2 outs, but another run in. Watertown pulling out all the stops here as Eiton puts a good rip on that one. 1-1 the count. Now it's, as mentioned, 2 outs. One-two pitch. That one's drilled back up the middle. A 2-out single for Eiton.
designated hitter, Ryan Gardner.
Now Handgartner's back up, grounded into a double play last inning. Reached on an error back in the first. That one has a chance back up the middle. Play is made at short, but nowhere to go with it. As New got there, we haven't seen anything really moving too fast on the ground, so I feel like the middle infielders are always going to have a play there behind second, but that one got really deep. And Handgartner is on with a single. And Watertown's rally continues. We've now have our second courtesy runner of the inning. Rajasnewski, Philip Rajasnewski. That's what I'm going with.
Running at second base for the Watertown Red Devils. Number 1 is Philip Rajasnewski.
Well, our guy Denny, seasoned voice, saying it's Rajasnewski. So I'm just going to go with Philip. So Philip doing his thing here as the crowd getting a little restless. Ump's trying to get everything sorted out here. So first and second, 2 outs. Mitch Kelzer up, singled his last time up. That was last inning. He walked back in the first. And Watertown really racking it up here. They've already got 11 hits. This stat sheet filling for the Red Devils. And Breaker curves that one across, 1-1 the count. Pitch is inside, 2-2. Runners are going to move up as the ball gets by the catcher. Well, that one knocked into right. It looks like it's going to hang up there long enough. It will. That ball grabbed by Brady Lynn, but the damage done for the Red Devils. 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the Devils, what's down 3-0 in this game. Have a 6-3 lead headed to the 5th.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Folks, before we start this inning, here's an update from the beer cave. The beer count, Cold Spring 38, Watertown 200. How do you know what that means?
Austin Duffner going to lead us off in the 5th. Austin A nice evening here thus far against Old Hunsicker. The Watertown ace is settled in now after that, getting touched up for 3 runs in the first inning, but Duffner has 2 hits on him. Quickly chops it over to second base, and easily making the play is Jackson Meyer. So 1 pitch, 1 out in the 5th for Hunsicker. Maybe that's the truest sign that Holt is indeed settling in. We mentioned it's a little different when you have to show up to the park. There's a lot of commotion, and these players have been here a long time before they started playing. And at least in this game, it seems to be an advantage for the hitters. At least early on it was. Hunsicker uncharacteristic in some of the walks that we've seen from him. Getting touched up early, and now it's Alex Geisinger. He's also got 2 hits, going for a 3rd, but it's smothered at second, and the scoop by Eiton not able to be made, so we'll see what they give him. That was one heck of a effort there from Meyer. Back-to-back swings going Jackson's way. We're going to rule it a hit. So Alex now has 3 singles in this game. He is seeing Holt really well out there. Calvin Kaltoff now comes up. He walked and then grounded out in the second. 1 out, 1 on. Watertown putting a 3 spot up in the bottom of the 4th. That one ripped towards short. Keavy with it. The relay from Meyer. The double play. So Hunsicker, I think he threw only 3 pitches in the inning. Breezing through the lineup. And he is through 5.5 now, 6-3 Watertown.
Defensive changes for Cold Spring. Left fielder Cole Fuchs is now pitching. Second baseman number 19, Alex Geislinger, now playing left field. And number 6, Eli Bacchus, now in the game, playing second base.
Heading to the bottom of the 5th here at Bell Field in Faribault. We have a new pitcher. Cole Fuchs comes in from left field to pitch. Fuchs threw 2 scoreless innings in relief last week against New York Mills. A little different spot here as it's in the middle of the game. And his team is down 6-3. Mitch Kelzer will come to the plate. Or Jackson Meyer, excuse me. Myers flown out twice, and Fuchs gets him fly out to Duffner at first for the first out.
That is the catcher,
Ben Thiessen now comes up. Ben, he didn't do a double play in the first. He walked his last time up. It was last inning that Jonah Lewis, the speedster, the courtesy runner, came around to score. So Fuchs into pitch for Cold Spring. We also have some other defensive changes here. As Eli Backus is now at second base. So we'll do our best to keep you abreast of the defensive changes. I think maybe Geisinger has moved out to left in that situation. We'll just keep an eye on it as we work our way through the lineup. See Fuchs working quickly here, the righty. 1-2 the count on Thiessen. And fouled right back at us. Count remains 1-2, 1 out. Bottom 5. In the book on Brinker, 4 innings pitched, 11 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, struck out 1 batter. Top-seeded Watertown battling back from an early 3-0 deficit, battering Brinker. You mentioned how potent Cold Spring's lineup is. We saw a little bit of that in that first inning. And we see the key for Watertown now, try to hold that lineup down. As Thiessen rips it through the left side. The Big Ben is on. We'll see if Jonah Lewis comes back out. Be my guess.
Next up, the batter is shortstop, Jadrian.
We're going to leave Thiessen out there. As Keevy now steps in. Keevy grounded out in the second inning, struck out in the fourth. And the dangerous Pachita right back on the on-deck circle. It seems like every single inning we see Pachita. He's been dangerous so far, so if Keevy can keep the train moving here. He takes ball 1 from Fuchs. Fuchs throws hard as they try to get Thiessen wandering off first. Koltoff's throw. Our feed here, Corey Koski just homered for Loretto.
2-1 Loretto.
And it's 2-1 Loretto. How about that? Corey Koski. Not too surprising that to see him hit a home run, but pretty awesome nonetheless. Trying to get Loretto. His son started that game, from what I understand. I believe his son, that's still in high school, starting pitcher. I don't know if he's still in that game against Bird Island. Bird Island starting Kingery from Atwater. Fuchs is pitch, tails back in, 2-2 the count now on Keevy. So again, Ben Thiessen at first after a 1-out single.
Get the grounder.
Swung on and missed, so Keevy goes down to the hard-throwing Fuchs. Out number 2, and now we're back to the top of the lineup, and Pat Cheetah. His 4th at-bat in 5 innings. See how Cheetah handles the heat from Fuchs. Cheetah walked and scored back in the first, and then doubled in the second, then doubled and scored in the fourth. So Cheetah just doing Cheetah things. Off-speed pitch from Fuchs, ball one. Fuchs rears back on that one, but another low pitch. So clearly being a little more careful with Cheetah. Pat would love to run into one here. Pretty still out there right now, not much of a breeze. 2-0 the count. 2 outs, runner at first. And there's going to be strike number 1, tailing over the outside corner, 2-1. That pitch looked like it maybe slipped a bit out of Fuchs's hand. So 3-1 now on Cheetah. Pitch, and it is low, ball 4. Cheetah on base for a 4th time.
Looks pretty good, Blue. High. What are you looking at?
Again, good mix of crowd right below us here between Watertown and Cold Spring. As mentioned, the first time we've had that here tonight, as it's now Matt Butler. He singled twice, has an RBI, scored twice in this game as well. Butler scoring on that fun play when Ben Smith drew the throw. Got into a rundown and allowed Butler to eventually break for home, easily scoring. Outside pitch, but catches the corner, 1-1 the count. Pitch is outside. 2-1. Another pitch on the outside corner, so Fuchs, when he spots it, he is right on. 2-2 the count. Again, 2 outs, 2 on. Watertown looking to add to its 6-3 lead. Tries for that outside corner again. Butler able to fight it off. Count remains 2-2. Butler originally from Illinois to St. Cloud State. A diehard Chicago Cubs fan. And he wraps that one to short. New, carefully, and then to second, and just gets Cheetah for the 3rd out. So Fuchs comes in relief. And sets Watertown down without giving up a run. We're through 5. 6-3, Devils lead it.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
We move along to the 6th inning. Hull-Hunsicker back out for another frame for Watertown. Let's recap it. Gave up those 3 runs in the 1st inning. And then was on the brink again in the 2nd inning as Cold Spring loaded up the bases on Hunsicker the 2nd straight frame, but able to get out of that one. And since then has been on cruise control the last 3 innings. And he gets a swinging strike from Brady Blattner. Brady reached on an error in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd. And Hunsicker is all over Blattner here, 0-2 quickly. Pitch is high, 1-2. Swung on and missed. Just 4 pitches to take care of Blattner. And I would say Hunsicker is officially cruising right now. Well, Fuchs comes up. Holt surrendered just 2 hits in the 1st inning, 3 walks and an error, leading to those 3 Cold Spring runs. And then 2 more hits surrendered in the 2nd inning. Since then, just 1 hit given up, and he's quickly ahead 0-2 on Fuchs. Swing and a miss, just 3 pitches to take care of Cole. Back-to-back Ks now, and number 9 hitter Brady Lynn coming up. Strike 1, so Holt continues to toss strikes. Holt going to that off-speed pitch. That one knocked into center. Oh, and Cheetah was running so hard he almost overran it. Able to put on the brakes and haul it in. A quick 1-2-3 inning once again for Holt Hunsicker. We head to the bottom of 6th, 6-3, Watertown in control.
Third baseman, Ben Smith.
Bottom 6, Cole Fuchs out for another inning in relief. Cole just rears back and throws hard. He did a good job in his 1st inning, gave up a single to Thiessen. Walked Pat Cheetah, but got out of that jam. Now faces Ben Smith, the number 3 hitter, Watertown's lineup. Ben with 2 hits and 3 at-bats so far. He's quickly down 0-2, so Fuchs threw some heat, then took a little off. Cold Spring started lefty Jake Brinker. Looks like we have a equipment malfunction perhaps here. Alvin Koltoff is going to go in and either have the mask looked at or maybe grab a new piece of equipment. Koltoff back out. One final adjustment being made. So, opening batter here, the bottom of the sixth, Ben Smith, third baseman for Watertown. 0-2 is the count. Fuchs comes right back at him, the off speed, but Smith will not bite. So 1-2 the count. There is strike three, swinging. So Fuchs continues to impress here against this strong Watertown lineup. Smith giving Zach Eiton a little advice as those two pass. Eiton. Singled his first two times up and then reached base in the fourth inning as well. Honestly, can't read my own writing, so I have no idea what he did his last time up. Get it from the official scorekeeper after this. That one right back up the middle, and again, that infield is playing to give the fielders a chance to get there, and a nice play by Backus as he was able to run it down. It's slow through the infield. And just bounces out there forever. So Eiton tossed out at first, two quick outs for Fuchs, and now it's Ryan Handgardner. He reached his last time on a single. And Fuchs coming right at him this inning. Really the only batter he nibbled around was Cheetah. And pretty aggressive going after the hitters otherwise. They're going to ask, and no swing, so 1-1 the count. Nice pitch from Fuchs. 1-2. He just bended that one back over the inside corner. Tries for it again, way inside. Handgardner diving out of the way, 2-2 the count. Trying to get him to chase. That pitch is low. Count is full now. Again, 2 outs in the inning. Oh, that one a little bit wild. And Handgardner is going to take the big turn at first. Good hustle there. Nothing else, stretch out those legs. So once again, Watertown has a base runner. No clean innings yet
Red Devils, Mitch.
for Cold Spring. As Mitch Kelzer comes up, Mitch walked in the first, singled in the third. Now Fuchs throwing a little hard out there and losing control after going right after the first two hitters. And getting ahead of the count to Handgardner. One the count. So, Pat Cheetah also made sure to mention in the game notes that Mitch Kelzer knows every lyric to every 50-cent song. So there you go. There's your piece of trivia on Kelzer. That one is high. They're going to try to snap throw over to first. Handgardner was slow to get back, so Kaltoff wanted to make sure he picked things up a little bit, snapped it down there. 2-1 the count on Kelzer. And they try it again. Handgardner draws another throw. 3-1 is the count. So after walking Handgardner, keep in mind, took care of Smith pretty easily. Introduced the ground out for Eiton, although that hit was pretty much up the middle, but the slow infield allowed Backus to make the play. And now losing control, back-to-back walks. 2 on for Jackson Meyer. Jackson yet to get into the fun here. He's 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts.
Next up, second baseman, Jackson Meyer.
That one he gets in there. Strike one. And quickly pumps in strike two. 0-2 on Meyer. Pitch is high, 1-2. And Jackson's going to stay alive. That one reaches the seats down the right field line. Jackson, a junior at Northern State University, and he does play baseball out there. His father, Scott Meyer, from Gibbon, Fairfax, Winthrop. Dad played baseball at Mankato. He rips another one up the porta potties over there on the right field side. Taking a little damage here. Jackson, a business major at Northern State, out in Aberdeen. Rips that toward the left side, and we've got base runners running into fielders. No play to be made. News looking around. And that's Jonas that took the brunt of it. As Handgartner was making his way down to third, those two ran into each other. And now the umpires have to get together, and, well, they're not actually together at all. But Cold Spring wants a call here. And now they are going to get together and talk it over. Long conference here. We do not have replays as of yet. You never know where that might be headed in today's world. With us televising the game, now the umps pushing managers back. No, they're going to call him out. So, interference on Handgartner, out number 3. So that'll take us to the end of the 6th after that conference. Still 6-3 Watertown, as the Devils are going to talk it over now with the umps.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more. Well, both sides have talked it out, but it is indeed interference on Handgartner running into Jonas near the third base side over there. So interference is the call, fielder's choice on Jackson Meyer, and that'll take us to the 7th inning. Holt Hunsicker back out for another inning of work, and Holt has settled in really, really nicely here.
Now the 7th inning here in Faribault.
He's faced the minimum for 4 straight innings. And it's the leadoff hitter, Tyler Geislinger, stepping in now for Cold Spring. That's getting the attention of the Cold Spring folks here. That is called a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Goes right back to it, swing and a miss by Tyler. Why not? Holt tries to stay out there, this time way outside, 1-2. Off speed comes back inside. Thiessen looks at it, but it is fouled over our heads and into the parking lot. Watertown making its 13th overall appearance in the state tournament. I mentioned prior to last year's run, they Hadn't even been there since '08. It's to the outside corner again. Line drive to Keevy. Jadrin, handles that one easily. And Jordan New now comes to the dish. Jordan, the shortstop, Cold Spring. He is 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And he takes the strike on the outside corner. So that is officially open for business here in the late innings. Hunsaker will stay out there, I would assume. And he does. 1-1 the count, as that one is too far outside. Watertown, one title to its name. That came back in 1951. Remember last year, as New fists that one towards center. Cheetah can't get there. The first hit in a while, and the 6th hit of the day for Cold Spring. We'll see if that ignites anything. The Watertown, remember last year when they made that run to the title game, 70 years. It had been 70 years since their first and only title. I thought that would be neat. 70th anniversary to bring it home again, coming up just short. But they won't sneak up on anybody this year. Number 1 seed, holding down a 6-3 lead, top of the 7th. 1 on, 1 out. Third hitter in the lineup is David Jonas. Now Jonas, he has an eye. 2 walks to start things off. He did strike out his last time up. He's down 0-1 to Hunsaker. Pitch is high, 1-1 the count. You mentioned the deep pitching staff here for Watertown. Matt Butler's included on that list. Jonah Lewis, who we saw as a courtesy runner, is now it's the other side of the plate, and it's a 1-2 count. Jonah Lewis, he's a starter for Concordia St. Paul. Pitched in regions. They needed more arms, and you get to next weekend, you'll probably see him on the mound. Watertown can get a couple victories cobbled together. They're just flush with pitching talent. And Zach Height, the first baseman. He was a number 1, number 2 on this staff. Had a wrist injury earlier this year, though. So that kind of kept him off the mound, but he's an arm that can go as well. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So he has struck out Jonas twice now. Each of his last at-bats, 2 outs with a runner on first, and it's Austin Duffner. Duffner doesn't wait around, so we'll see what he decides to do, as we've got a mound visit coming up now for Watertown. And Pat Cheetah is hustling in from center field, so that would make me believe that we're going to see Pat Cheetah come in to pitch to the lefty. Now Hunsaker will come out after 6 2/3. A standing ovation from the Watertown crowd. We think Cheetah will be coming in next. We'll take a break, and we'll see Pat on the mound when we come back live on NSPN.TV.
PrepSpotlight.tv made history in 2020 by live streaming every game of the Town Ball State Tournament. History is happening again. PrepSpotlight.tv has been great, but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.TV. The Neighborhood Sports Network launches this week with end-to-end coverage of a fantastic Minnesota sports tradition, Town Ball. See every game for a new fan-friendly monthly fee. Join for Town Ball State Tournament games, then stay for the high school and college seasons. NSPN.TV will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, feature stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood. NSPN.TV.
So it's Pat Cheetah time now for the Watertown Red Devils. Closing the book on Holt Hunsaker. Again, roughed up in the early innings and then went in cruise control. Ends up 6 2/3 on the mound. Gave up 6 hits, those 3 runs all in the first inning. He walked 4 batters. And 3 of those in that first inning as well. Struck out 7. So Holt's out. Pat Cheetah now comes into the game. I mentioned Pat, the lefty, 7-1 on the year. ERA of .5. That's what it says here. 54.1 innings pitched. And he's facing Duffner. So a little lefty on lefty action as we've got a steal. As New takes second easily. Remember, there's 2 outs here, so Hunsaker got the first 2 outs. And then he got a fly out, then a single by New, then he struck out Jonas, and now it's Duffner, who's got 2 hits in this game, flew out his last time up. Cheetah had 0-1. Now Pat will step off. Thiessen trying to get on the same page here. Goes right back to it. How about that? He is calling the corner. Hey, it's been a long day. It's close. Let's call it. 0-2 is the count. Cheetah goes right back to it, a little bit too far outside. Right, Duffner, not sure what to do there. With that pitch being called this inning, kind of looked like he was thinking about it. 1-2 the count. Cheetah to the dish, goes right back to it. Duffner knocks it to the left side. That one ripped towards second and through. And on his horse coming home is New. That throw won't make it. It's cut down, and Duffner does it again. He welcomes Cheetah to the game with an RBI single. 3 hits now for Duffner. And New was on second because of that stolen base. And Cold Spring strikes for the first time since the first inning. Now another tough batter here, Alex Geislinger. And he goes to the left side. It's going to get down. Duffner will hold at second. So back-to-back singles now. Now it's Calvin Kaltoff, who's due up anyway. He sheds his catcher's gear. Again, this all happening now with 2 outs. Cheetah's come into the game, faced 2 batters, giving up 2 singles. That run charged to Hunsaker. Cheetah curves that one in for a strike. Two now the count. Cheetah knowing he just needs that 1 out. Squash this Cold Spring rally. Potent Rockies lineup. That one wrapped towards short. And Keevy's there to scoop it to second. And Cheetah gets out of the jam. Rockies do strike for one, 6-4 as we head to the bottom of the seventh.
Here's your guest Irish tenor voices. Nice job, folks. Nice job.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, a little tapper to the right side. Pitcher makes the play, goes to the plate, and he's safe. He was off the plate. They don't get the force play. An acrobatic play by the pitcher.
1 for 3 with a walk, a single, and an RBI, and he'll slice one down the left field line. It'll be a Faribault. It'll go to the corner. Geislinger with a 2-out RBI double and a 3 spot here in the bottom of the 8th inning for Watkins.
He sets the 1-0. Swung on, a line drive into center field, a base hit. Coming around third is Dolan. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is up the line, and Avon walks him off. An RBI single by Ryan Jansen.
Johnson, the runner at first, is kept. And a hard hit ball towards left field. A diving attempt unsuccessful by Art. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Johnson will score. Kept being waved in. The relay throw to the plate is not in time. An RBI double, in fact, a 2-run double for Hadley.
Now we hope you enjoyed first round action, Class C highlights. So the Stark Longhorns leading things off on those highlights. Stark with another win here today to get to the Sweet 16. That was our first game here at Belfield, and followed up by another instant classic, Dumont and Richmond. Those two went 12 innings. Or Mason Campy's RBI single to walk it off for Dumont. And Dumont and Stark will play each other on Friday in Dundas. Winner of this contest here plays Friday right back here in Faribault against Webster. Webster Sox. 2 wins in for Webster after a prolonged absence. I think I saw somewhere maybe Webster's never been in the tournament. A program a couple years ago was winless, but understand they have some really good young pitching. So I was saying, if you, what an effort out there in right field. Season flies that one out there, but Brady Lynn way into foul territory. There's room to work with over there. Belfield, Lynn went diving for that one. It's Cold Spring doing everything it can to hang in here. They strike back for 1 run in the 7th inning. RBI single from Austin Duffner. Fuchs out there fuming on the mound as we speak. The count is 2-2. Fuchs has done a great job in relief here for Cold Spring. Mason trying to get that one through the middle. Good play by New. He's up with it. The throw in time. A defensive gem from Jordan New. You know, Cold Spring showing some late life here on both sides, in the field and at the dish. Jadrian Cavey now. Keevy struck out his last 2 times up. Their last strikeout came against Fuchs. He's done a nice job here, particularly when he does that, coming in, throwing strikes. I mentioned Watertown, the #1 seed. It's almost like a thank you very much having to face this Cold Spring squad. And if they win, you get Webster and their stellar pitching staff. They're 1-1 the count now. I think Loretto, Bird Island, we've been talking about them here in this game. They're tied 2-2 from what we hear. Corey Koski with a home run in that game. 1-1 pitch over the head of Keevy for ball 2. The winner of the Loretto Bird Island game will play the Red Wing Aces. Man, did they look good. And pitching away to a 1-0 victory over Watkins, speaking of pitching. And here's Fuchs now. Looking so good. Now loses it the last couple pitches, so it's 3-1 on Jadrian. Waconia, by the way, moving on. A 1-run win over Fergus Falls. They'll play next Saturday against Buckman over in Dundas. Waconia, one of Watertown's biggest rivals, River Valley League. And Keevy draws the 1-out walk, and now we go to the top of the order, and we know what that means. It's time for Pat Cheetah again. Now pitching, Cheetah, 2 walks, 2 doubles. Fuchs was very careful with him the last time came to the plate here, and now they're going to have a little conference. We'll see what they decide to do here. Is this just talking strategy? Or could we see another change? Well, we will see a change. At least that's what it looks like from here. Here we go. Player finally coming in from the bullpen. So we're going to step away and bring you who the new pitcher is, set things up. We'll come back right after this. 6-4, Watertown leads it.
PrepSpotlight.tv made history in 2020 by live streaming every game of the Town Ball State Tournament. History is happening again. PrepSpotlight.tv has been great, but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.tv. The Neighborhood Sports Network launches this week with end-to-end coverage of a fantastic Minnesota sports tradition, Town Ball. See every game for a new fan-friendly monthly fee. Join for Town Ball State Tournament games, then stay for the high school and college seasons. NSPN.tv will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, featured stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood. NSPN.tv.
Trevor Lardy comes in, the third pitcher we've seen for Cold Spring here in this game. He's got to face Pat Cheetah, so welcome. Welcome to the state tournament, Trevor Lardy. A 1-on, 1-out. Cheetah again, 2 walks, 2 doubles, and he'll watch that one go right down the pipe, maybe a little high in Pat's eyes. Again, arguably the pickiest hitter in all of amateur baseball. One pitch now coming from Lardy. Good job by Cole Fuchs in relief. Starter Jake Brinker. 2 1/3 for Fuchs. And he held Watertown off the board. What you want, keep it close here. Cold Spring got another run. Top of the 7th, pull back within 2. Outside pitch, oh, that's dangerous. As Kaltoff thought the runner was going, thought Keevy was going to try to take second. He was not going, but Jordan New heads up on that play. Showing a little sprinter speed there to get to the middle of the diamond and cut that one off. Yeah, the good news for Kaltoff is that was a good throw. So air out that arm, keep it loose. 1-1 the count. And Cheetah not happy about that one as he skies it to the left side. New couple steps onto the grass. And it's out number 2 as Cheetah, for the first time tonight, does not get on base.
Next up for Watertown, batting with 2 outs, the right fielder, Matt Butler.
So now Matt Butler with 2 outs and Keevy on first. So Butler, 2 hits, an RBI, 2 runs scored. Mentioned Butler from Illinois. Has 2 siblings. Played collegiate sports, including a sister who played soccer. His brother played baseball. Good athletic family. So Lardy's got a little zip on that fastball as well. He goes inside on Butler. Fouls that one back, 1-1 the count. Quick step, and that shot toward the gap in right. Again, that grass will kill it out there. So Keevy stops at second, and a 2-out single from Butler. We've got a courtesy runner situation.
Next up, Ben Smith, third baseman.
Ben Smith steps up. Ben also has 2 hits and an RBI in this contest. Did strike out his last time up against Fuchs. Now the chance to get this lead back out to 3 for Watertown. Smith takes strike 1 from Lardy.
Running at first base, number 4 is Cale Wabi.
Now on a rip to the right side, Duffner all over it, takes it to the bag himself. So Lardy comes in and keeps Watertown off the board. 3 straight innings now. The Devils come up empty. They'll take that 6-4 advantage into the 8th inning. Live on NSPN.TV from Belfield in Faribault.
Join our team while supporting yours. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV, is looking for camera operators and broadcasters for our live game streams. The atmosphere of sporting events can't be beat. Be a part of the action with flexible scheduling and guaranteed game rate pay. If you're a student or adult looking for an opening into the world of sports media, or to just make a little extra cash, send us an email at jobs@nspn.tv. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Now playing right field, number 4 is Neil Wabi, replacing McLean and Butler.
Kale Wabi
The batter is designated
is our new right fielder for Watertown. And we move on to the top of the 8th inning. Pat Cheetah back out there on the mound, took over for the starter, Holt Unsecker. Last inning, he was touched up for a couple hits. Duffner with the RBI single to bring Cold Spring back within 2. And Cheetah will face the bottom of the order, starting with Brady Blattner, who is 0 for 3. Oh, knocked down at second, gonna have to get there quickly, and he's out. Wow. Talk about a bang-bang play. Just all around a little different there as Jackson Meyer knocked that one down. Did a good job to kind of take his time and then threw it in the dirt, and Iden was able to scoop it as Iden continues his great defensive play. And at the end of the day, it's a G4, 1 out. And I think we've got pinch hitter here maybe for Brock Humbert. He is going to hit for Cole Fuchs. And Cheetah's ahead early, 0-1. With that, strike 2. And it is strike 3 in 3 pitches, takes care of Humbert. Cheetah, who again, in the heart of the order, Duffner and Geislinger, touch him up last inning, but looks solid here. The first 2 batters against Cold Spring in the top of the 8th inning. Now it's Brady Lynn, the number 9 hitter, and a swinging strike, 0-1. Jim Brady with 4 hits last week against New York Mills. He's 0 for 3 so far tonight, and that'll be ball 1. Cheetah ramped it up a little bit there. Goes off speed, 1-2. Outside, 2-2 the count. Swung on and missed. Cheetah makes quick work of the Rockies in the 8th. Still 6-4 as Watertown comes to the bat in the bottom of the half.
Just a reminder, we will have a player of the game award immediately following this game. The Cold Spring, number 15, Claire Fuchs, re-enters the game in left field. Hitting off the bottom of the 8th inning for the Red Devils, first baseman, Zach Iden.
Bottom 8 getting late here at Bell Field. Watertown, the top overall seed in the tournament, holding on to a 6-4 advantage, and they'll come to the plate with Zach Eiton to lead things off against Trevor Lardy, who came in relief for the Rockies last inning. Between Cole Fuchs and Trevor Lardy, they've done a good job here. Watertown has been held off the scoreboard for 3 straight innings. And Eiton golfs that one into center. Another hit for Eiton. Now Ryan Handgartner's turn at the dish. He looks to bunt, and how about this? Eiton's going to go. The throw down, not in time. So aggressive base running by Eiton. Cold Spring clearly wanting to get some insurance on the scoreboard here late in this contest, especially with the lineup turning over for Cold Spring. So Eiton singled and takes second. And Gardner, 1-0 count at the plate. He tries to bunt it again. Dangerous bunt toward Jonas at third, but it does get down. 1-1 now the count. Pitch just a bit outside, 2-1 the count. Inside. So 3-1 the count now on Handgartner. Pitch is high, and it's first and second with nobody out. Mitch Kelzer come to the plate. Mitch has walked twice, has a single in this game. Oh, this bunt attempt will stay in the air long enough for Kaltoff to get underneath it. That is the first out of the inning. Now Jackson Meyer. Again, Meyer looking for his first hit. What do we have here? A lot of action right now in the Cold Spring bullpen, so it looks like we might have another pitching change. Well, he's going to leave him in.
Next up, Jackson Meyer.
So Jackson Meyer, as mentioned, looking for his first hit. He's flown out 3 times, and the unfortunate fielder's choice as he knocked it toward the third base side his last time up, but defensive runner's interference. The runner was called out Running into Jonas, the third baseman. Marty pumps in that first strike. Nolan Rip to New at short, goes low to get it. Out at first. On the exchange, the ball is dropped. So they're going to call it out there. So Meyer, once again, hits into a fielder's choice. Heighten down to third on the play. And Handgartner, the second out. And Tyson coming up. And with one hit and one walk. Big opportunity to pad the lead here for Watertown. 6-4, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. Runners on the corners. Lardy with that quick step toward home plate. Pitch is low, 1-0. Oh, that one took a lot off of that one. And Tyson a little bit ahead of it. Fouls it way back. Oh, that one over his head. Way inside. And a 2-1 count now. Runner at first goes. And he's hit by the pitch anyway, so that'll load the bases. And Keevy expected up, but looks like we might have a change here. We're also going to have a pitching change, it looks like, on Cold Spring side. The batter coming out on deck is Nick Truckee. So Truckee coming out, pinch hit for Keevy in a big spot.
Now batting for the Watertown Red Devils, number 10 is Nick Truckee.
So bases loaded, 2 outs. And Lardy does indeed stay in the game for Cold Spring. So he stays in. Truckee off the bench for Watertown. Again, Watertown trying to pad its lead here. Cold Spring has clawed back within 2. Right down the middle, swung on and missed. A 1 pitch. A little bit high, 1-1. This game and the Loretto game, the final two to fill out the bracket in Class C. Sweet 16 nearly set. Loretto and Bird Island in extra innings right now. 1-1 pitch, and it is inside, 2-1. Again, winner of this game gets Webster. Dumont Stark won earlier here today. Buckman will take on Waconia. The Lakers won. Isanti and Delano winners today. Avon gets St. Patrick, the Irish. Many of them circled perhaps as the favorite this year in the bottom half of the bracket. There's a 2-1 pitch coming from Lardy. Swung on and missed. So Truckee yet to make contact. 2-2 the count. But on the bottom half, you've got Nisswa Lightning, the Wall Brewers, two great squads, and then the Jordan Brewers and the Bluffton Braves. Bluffton outlasting a really good Hutchinson team. So once again, a loaded Sweet 16. Which one of these two teams will solidify their spot in that final weekend? Well, that ball in the dirt, squirts past Kaltoff, but it didn't go far enough away for the runners to move up. Count is full, however, to Truckee. So Lardy's got to try to figure something out here. Swung out and missed. Lardy wins the battle and keeps Cold Spring in this thing as they head to the 9th inning. Still 6-4 our score. Watertown will try to close things out when we come back on NSPN.TV.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Such news! It's everything I ever wanted.
Pat Cheetah still on the mound for Watertown, looking to close things out here as we head to the top of the 9th inning. 6-4 advantage for Watertown. A lot of fireworks early. 3 runs apiece in the first inning. 3 more for Watertown in the 4th. Been pretty quiet since then. Cold Spring drew a little bit closer in the 7th inning than Cheetah. Cheetah was actually on the mound, gave up back-to-back singles, brought in that 4th run. He was locked in the 8th inning. He mowed right through the bottom of the Cold Spring lineup. But now back to the top of the order, and Tyler Geislinger, who has been held in check all night long, 0 for 4. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Cheetah's pitch in the dirt. Watertown again trying to move on to take on Webster next week in the Sweet 16. And a weekend of state tournament play. He's wanting that outside corner, the delayed strike call. Geisler can't believe it. Goes right back to it. Check swing, strike two. 1-2 the count. Tyler saying, what do I have to do here? And it's strike three. Swinging and missing is Geislinger. So Cheetah, he knows that right corner is open and he's going for it. One quick out now, and it's Jordan New. Jordan single, stole a base, and scored in the 7th inning. A nice pitch by Cheetah. That one was right down the middle. Big looping curveball. Outside corner. And it's strike two. Cheetah's going to live out there. New swings, misses. Tyson's throw is on time. 2 up, 2 down. Both by strikeout. And it's up to David Jonas. Jonas has struck out his last 2 times up. After he opened first and second with 2 walks. The Watertown faithful on their feet there, pumped. Want to see the Devils move on to the next round. Cheetah pumps and fires, and it must have been low. Cheetah going right back to the corner, that time the inside corner on the right-handed batter. On a 1-0 count. Now on the other side, and it's ball 2. And Cheetah, Steeson's kind of holding it there. Or Tyson, excuse me, is holding it there. Cheetah saying, give me the ball, let's go. 2-0 count. And now it's 3-0. And Jonas can get on. That'll bring up the dangerous Austin Duffner. It'll be the tying run at the dish. Cheetah pumps that one over, 3-1. Oh, Cheetah's working quickly here. And right in there for strike 2. Count is full. Duffner chomping at the bit to get an at bat. Will he get a chance? Cheetah to the plate. It's ripped to Kiwi. Knocks it down, has time, throws it, and Ite makes the adjustment, tags him high, but it's out number 3 in Watertown, moves on to the Sweet 16.
As the final score, the scoreboard is correct. The Watertown Devils 6, Cold Spring Rockies 4. The Watertown Red Devils advance. They will play next Friday night right here at Faribault against the Webster Sox. Folks, thanks for coming out. You can help us.
Well, the nightcap, also a good one here. 3rd game here today at Bell Field. First inning, 3 runs apiece as Cold Spring sends 9 batters to the plate. Watertown answers, sending 8 batters to the dish. 3-3 after 1 in the 4th. 5 straight hits for Watertown. Butler scoring from 3rd when Ben Smith drew a throw and started a rundown at first. So 3 runs in all in the inning. And it was 6-3 at that point in the 7th. Duffner RBI single made it 6-4. Pat Cheetah then closing the door. The final 2 innings on the Cold Spring Rockies. Their season comes to an end. Watertown moves on to the next round. They will take on the upstart Webster Sox. That game slated right back here, 7:30 on Friday, and we will have it here on NSPN.TV as well. Thank you so much for joining us for state tournament action once again. For Greg Wilford on camera, I'm Eric Murphy. Have a great rest of your weekend, what's left of it. A great weekend. We'll see you for the final week